Prepare for battle.
That was good of you.
Oh my goodness, the spam is very real. Okay, looks like we don't have any.
Brutal, savage, ranked.
We do not have any sort of smoke movements, pretty standard stuff. Doesn't even look like we have any wards placed down yet. Just the Tide looking like he wants to claim the rune. There's a ward on the DP mid. And it looks like we're just going to have the Warlock. They're going to run some dual lanes. Sand King, Lifestealer. Sand King might be straight jungling. They are having AG play the Sand King. Typically he is the offlaner in their team. So looks like Wivrix is standing in on his trusty axe. He's already quick-buyed Tranquil Boots, Blink, and Blade Mail. So I guess I know his build. And we have Growdy on the Sniper pick. Sniper's an advantageous lineup. Misses his block though. Is an advantageous lineup against matchup against the DP because of his range and shrapnel. But with this block, it's gonna be kind of tough for him. And she does have a nice damage advantage, but the kill potential is not really there. It's very difficult for her to soul siphon. When she does, usually you can drop shrapnel and kind of get away. Crypt Swarm spam out is pretty effective. Meanwhile, up top we've got a standard tri-lane versus his axe, who's just hiding up in the trees, collecting some XP. He's gonna run into an ogre though, and ogre's gonna Wivrix eats through the tree, gets a spin off, doesn't connect with the ogre. Meanwhile, the Tide is taking some damage from Caustic and some harass, but he's going to get a nice big juicy wave here. Should push into his tower, and with the Sand King you can't really zone him entirely. So he's going to get decent levels, and the Warlock has rotated down here. It looks like he's set up to pull. Yeah, he's already stacked his camp. So Gold is going to snack this, so start denying some XP up to the Tide. Even if they do shut him down, once there's enough levels on Kyrie to threaten him pretty extensively, he can just go to the jungle with that Iron Talon. Meanwhile, mid, so far the Death Prophet's doing quite well. Better than I would anticipate, potentially. There is a damage disadvantage, so still, first few waves are not so great. But this shows you kind of where it gets hard for the Death Prophet. Once shrapnel levels get up, it's very easy for her to get her ass down, and any sort of rotation from the Sand King should potentially be a kill on her. Growdy's just spamming that shrapnel out. It's level 1 shrapnel too, and he's already spent 3 charges. Not the greatest use, I think. It's just a lot stronger. It's a lot stronger at level 2. The slow goes up, the damage more than doubles. So usually I try to spend shrapnel a little more sparingly. And it looks like Axe already been forced to jungle. His hit level 2 does have his stout. And it looks like we have a rotation from the Ogre Witch Doctor coming in. And since this one creep's alive, this should be an easy first blood for the Witch Doctor. Oh no, Malmberg comes in. Still should be easy. Ignite's on, Maledict's on, Coconut's on, and Wivrix goes down. This is where he kind of wish he had a ward to protect him from that sort of rotation, especially when you think he might be forced jungle. But still, in the same way, AG looks like they might get a neutral deny in this Tide. If it's not a neutral deny, this Sand King should be able to run him down. He's got a stun off cooldown in 2 seconds. He's got Caustic on him. Oh, he misses the stun, and the Caustic leaves him with 3 HP. The Tidehunter escapes with just 3 HP. Meanwhile, though, the Death Prophet is forced out of lane. Looks like she went for early bottle. Is tangoing up, and doesn't feel like she can tango up safely against this constant sniper. No ducks on Growdy's sniper, though, so he's not going to get that extra benefit of tilting his enemy. Still, it was a nice rotation by AG. Put a lot of pressure on the Tide, forced him to go back. Compared to just this sort of free farming situation. Looks like they're going to try to get this pull, but it's not going to happen. No stack here either. Kyrie needs to push out the wave a little bit more if it can happen, and it looks like Kyrie does want to go for that Midas. Usually kind of see either Midas armlet or just straight armlet on the lifestealer, and he's going straight for the farming route, which against a Tide Hunter, usually you're pretty free to do so. Still last hits wise though, basically it's the two safe laners and everybody else. The safe laners are just free farming it up. Axe even can't go to lane against the Jug. So Jug's completely free, and then Lifestealer, though a little more contested, still is just last hitting away in the creep wave. Most part, Warlock just appears to be chain pulling, and our Sand King is just rotating around. He's TPing top, trying to catch somebody. Catches the... Has the haste and catches the Thunderbird with a stun, but nothing's going to come of that. Just going to try to protect his axe. Now level 3, so his jungle should speed up immensely. Sniper's pulled ahead of the Death Prophet though after forcing her out of lane, and he doesn't even use his second shared tango, so she's just not getting that level of harass you'd want out of her. Mid. Pretty much need to start hitting him more with Crypt Swarms, maybe get him linked when he goes aggro. But unfortunately I heard this is the only matchup that really gets harder for her. The animation on snipers is just much better than hers as his damage accelerates. It's been so long trying to fake out the Crypt Swarm. She ends up eating a tower shot. She's got the boots coming and she's got the bottle, so they'll give her the stand to kind of do this. But still, you know, the Max Soul Siphon build doesn't really do that much when the enemy hero can stand from so far back. And Grady's already got 2 points in take aim, so his range is already quite long. 750 shouldn't be in position to get caught, especially with his phase boots on the way. Shouldn't be caught by the Death Prophet's thing. It looks like she's trying to rotate to save her Sand King, or her Tide Hunter. Gets on the Lifestealer. I don't think they'll be able to kill him. Just gets a Soul Siphon up and does a little bit of harass. But the Tide does escape. Shrine's up in 13, but Tide looks like he's salved up and has a Basilius on his way out. Meanwhile, Axe is now deciding to head back to lane since he's seen Swartz. His Tranquil Boots are complete, so it looks like he's going to make a run at the Jug. Oh, he gets the call out. Jug does get the spin off, so the... Oh, if he's unlucky with the bounces, there's the Maledict. But I think Wivrix is going to go down here with this Maledict's doing some work, but I'm not sure if it's enough. No, he should be fine. Takes a lot of damage there, but he did force out the spin. He did pressure there, but at this point, got a nice healthy mana pool, so should be fine. But Whipper will just shrine right up. But yeah, right now it's just a matter of dominance. The two safe lanes are both getting all the free farm they want with Denias. Meanwhile, though, Tide and Axe are just kind of competitively farming in the jungle, occasionally showing up to lane when there's something in the tower. But this Death Prophet just is getting completely bodied by the sniper at this point. With his phase boots up, he's just outlast hitting her, and really able to there. Oh, with the stun. Oh, she pops the Exorcism for this, and the sniper's just shredded. I don't even think she needed to pop the Exorcism for that, but she decided to. Unfortunately, with the creep wave where it is, I don't think she's going to get that much chip on the tower. It looks like she's decided to try. Not sure what she's doing. Yeah, Skeleton just kind of just wandered around. Gonna nuke down the wave a little bit, but in the end we'll commit the Exorcism for not that much payoff. Get a few hits on the tower there. Not careful, could get punished, but yeah, Ghost just heal her right up. They do force out a fort in the end. Still a nice rotation by Ogre, and that shows the power of the Soul Siphon is you get that little bit of help. If it weren't for that Ogre coming in with the stun and the ignite slow, you know, the sniper probably just walks away just fine, can just use the shrine or get a salve shipped out and stays in lane. Now she's a little more fear. Keeps faking out the Crypt Swarm, but hasn't really used it to push the lane of pressure. Sniper in the tower. Scouty dodges that one. Meanwhile, we've got another rotation coming out from the Ogre and the Witch Doctor. Just the fact that this Axe has not been able to consistently lane against this Jug has been a pretty big problem for them. He's doing okay in farm, not the greatest. Looks like they're going to try to dive him now. They land the Ignite on him. There's the Coconut. Do they get the good bounces? They don't get the good bounces. And there's the spin, there's the Maledict, and they shred. And then we've got 2 TPs up from Gold G and AG, and the Hasted Death Prophet actually comes in for a little piece of the action. but I don't know if it's too effective. Meanwhile, Sniper and Lifestealer are just farming away, pushing the wave in, stacking, all of that. So right now, 3-0 for Foolish Samurai, but even despite that, they're getting out farmed for the most part, largely off the backs of the fact that their Death Prophets get 15 last hits down to the Sniper. Well, not farmed, it's 52 gold. It's even in the farm battle. I think XP is similarly equal. Nope, Radiance actually up 1,000 XP. Getting a lot, that's pretty significant. Man, this whole game feels like it's going to come down to, do we hit our Tide ult? Do we get Tide ult, mech, Exorcism up cooldown? Oh, and Death Prophet's taken out mid. Looks like she just ate a shrapnel charge, got headshot a few times, and then as she was thought she might be able to get away, gets targeted with Assassinate and bursted down. And so that gets Radiance Gaming on the board, and it also indicates that Death Prophet needs to get some sort of tool to deal with that. Sitting on not too much gold though. Yules is a ways away, doesn't even have a full null really. Stick in a raindrop maybe. Some sort of way to survive. The Sniper's very far up, but the Ogre's there, but not really in position from the Death Prophet yet. Goes for the stun, gets fogged up, chases the Sniper under tower. Grady throws down a shrapnel for just to be sure that he's safe, and just then harasses the DP a little bit. Sniper's already hit level 10, and meanwhile Kyra looks like he's pressuring this bot tower. Has his Midas, has his phase, is now working his way towards his armlet. Meanwhile though, Jug's taking a little bit of a lead in the CS. Looks like he's cleared up some neutrals too. And since Axe is now officially jungling, they put the Sand King up there to pressure the Juggernaut. Axe is 900 away, about 1,000 away from his blink, so it's a couple minutes away. Maybe 13-14 minute blink. The Sand King's nowhere near his blink, doesn't even have arcanes yet. Looks like he's getting the Tranquil shipped out to him. And Sniper continues just to dominate this mid lane. More than doubling up the CS of the Death Prophet, who just can't compete with the last hitting power of the Sniper and the attack animation. And then anytime she tries to aggress on him, pretty much is just getting shrapneled and then assassinated her ass down. Unless there's game 3. There's a spin onto AG. Do they have Dust? Oh, they do hit him with the Maledict, but he doesn't have to come out. Yeah, the Maledict doesn't do anything. I think it's a level 1 Maledict. No, it's a level 3 Maledict. That's actually... he's going the old school Max Maledict build. Only 2 points of coconut. Peanut, I think there's a ward there, but there's not. And this Maledict does a lot, but you gotta do some damage afterwards. Tidehunter's moving in mid. Looks like they're just going to try to push off Ravage plus the Exorcism of the Death Prophet, but she's only have half HP. It's going to make it her vulnerable being burst. Yeah, look at this. Oh, she gets instantly destroyed after she commits the Exorcism. As she died, she cast Exorcism, which just means this entire push is pretty much ruined. 1 Assassinate, 1 Shadow Word Pain. It's only a level 2 Shadow Word Pain, and just 2 right clicks, and she just melts. Just not a good day for the Death Prophet. Now Radiance Gaming pulls fully in the head. Kyrai takes the bottom tower while that was all happening. Just TP's back out from the trees to make sure he's safe. He's got a full stick. Is close to armlet. It's maybe about 1,000 gold away now. No, he's almost got it. 425.50. So yeah, he's about 600 gold away at this point. Meanwhile, they're still grouping up bot with a 5-man strat. Everyone's bot right now, but they don't have any Exorcism, and they've got an Invis Warlock that they're not aware of. Golgi just breaks Invis pretty bravely. And meanwhile, Sand King goes here. They could just taking so much damage from that. Gets silenced up and just gets bursted down. Getting cute with the Sandstorm. They blow the Omni Slash on that. A little bit overcommitted maybe there, but just secures the kill. And with this tower is gonna fall. They had Ravage, but no Exorcism. I felt like the Radiance Gaming could have easily fought that. They had 2 supports in the position, but they had no one come in. Meanwhile, though, they are pushing top, but They're not really pushing it though. Growdy found the Witch Doctor in the jungle, trying to run around. Now they're kind of just farming the lane in camps. They're not going to get this tower. So trading a safe lane tower for just a Witch Doctor kill is not enough. And they don't look like they're stopping. They still have a Ravage. Axe's Blink Dagger is up, so it looks like they're going to make the defense off the back of that Blink Dagger. And they're moving forward, and they're still pretty clumped right now. Jug's completely in the creep wave. And there's an Ogre as well, setting up himself nicely. Oh, Death Prophet just gets bursted down. Axe runs out now. Let's see if he gets a Blink Call. Epicenter comes out, hitting the Tide. They get a Blink Call onto the Ogre, who is just not happy at all. And there's the dunk comes out. This Tide Hunter is tanky. Kraken Shell's highly leveled, but he just gets run over. We have 4 points of Kraken Shell worth. Let him stay alive a long time there, but once the sniper and shrapnel landed upon him, it's over. And that ends up being a 3-0. Nice gold swing right towards Radiance Gaming. They did lose that tower for nothing, but at least they counteracted correctly with, and they didn't even get like a blink call. They committed Epi for it, and they still haven't used the Golem. So looks like they're going to set up to take mid off this. Axe does have his blink. Used it to catch the Ogre last time.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Tyner's TPing in. He didn't Ravage last time, so once he's in, they could potentially do something. Yeah, just some Sand King illusions, pulling the creep wave shenanigans. Tyner just walks in here, gets bloodlusted up. I don't think this is enough though. The Jug isn't there. I don't know if they can fight this. The Jug's just farming away still. Lifesteal put a little bit ahead of him in the last hits, and he looks like he's going phase, Manta, straight into probably a blink, or maybe a diffusal afterwards. You know, the Death Prophet's still scrounging away. Now she's in mid. There's all these heroes mid. She doesn't even get full XP. So she's out on XP as well. And farm. It's a rough game for this. Very rough game. You know, they're just waiting for this. They've got the Warlock Golem. They've got they got a Blink Call. Sand King can come in, and they've infested the Axe, so they're looking to make a play here. If they see this Death Prophet, oh, there's the call onto 2. There's the Infest Bomb that comes out. Oh, and the counter engage of the Warlock Golems, and then the Rage comes out. And this Death Prophet just gets dunked. Another second dunk. Infest Bomb gets 2, and then 2 subsequent dunks from Livrix, and it ends up being a 4-0. And again, Ravage and Exorcism were committed for that fight, and they still lost. Now, it was a 5v4. Juggernaut's just pushing bottom, kind of AFK pushing himself. But they're going to lose a tier 2 for this. With Ravage and the Exorcism committed, they just don't have anything that should cause them any fear. There's an Omni Slash, but it's not going to do much. And then, yeah, the TP's already coming out from the Sand King, so the Jug wants no part of this. Doesn't need to get caught after his team's already died. And the mid tier 2 is now dead. And Growdy and all of them seem to be moving around. Kai's just farming up some Ancients. He could get caught here. He gets coconutted up all the Ancients. He gets the Maledict and the Witch Doctor ult. And that, ooh, just melts on the Lifestealer. Looked like his rage was on cooldown, or at the very least didn't matter because he was already maledicted. Maybe could have gotten away from that if he'd raged immediately and then tried to run, but just didn't have the chance with the coconut and the creeping so close. So just a little bit of greedy farming really cost Kyra. That's a big kill then for the Dire. They're still, Radiant's still up 6k gold, but gives him some serious space. Now Jug is using his spin for no apparent reason and hitting the tower, and then just walks away. But Golem is still down, Infest is down for 40, so next minute or so I expect both teams to farm it up. Item-wise, we should look at that. We've got the Midas Armlet on the Lifestealer, still working on his Desolator. Growdy has a Dragon Lance hooked up and is already halfway to his Shadow Blade. Axe has his Blink, and Sand King's still working on his Blink right now. He is about 750 gold away from that, so maybe 3 minutes, so a little later than you'd like in a position for Sand King, but still workable. And meanwhile, Golgi is just quite quick for. It does have the Midas recipe though, so you will eventually start to get some item progression based off the back of that. Meanwhile, on the, let's go to net worth. Net worth, yeah, you can see here, the Jug has been successfully farming
Radiant
away, but
structures are fortified.
the Axe is just doing so much better the Tide, and the mid DP is barely relevant. Less farm than her offlane Tide. Oh, there's the Blink Call with the Blade Mail, and the Exorcism just melts the Axe. Mama Bird's caught between two heroes. Just nothing he can do. Gets Shadow Worded up, and he just peeped by the Sniper. And again, it looks like they committed the Exorcism, and she just died instantly. She's low leveled. For what you want to mid at this point. She has no items. She just has phase boots. The Ogre gets in. Oh, there's the Ravage comes out. But I don't think it really matters here. Tide Hunter gets taken down. Hops into this little taxi of the Wivrix axe. And meanwhile, the Jug kind of goes in aggressively, just has to spin to get away. Oh, there's the Golem and the Call, and the Jug's just going to get caught and dunked instantly. And just they aren't fighting together, they keep committing Exorcism not in tandem with the Ravage. You just can't take a win off of it. Now this tier 1 tower is just getting pushed in. Not much you can do for it. They're looking for this Death Prophet. They know she TB'd back in, I think. And they will find her. There's the Shrapnel. Oh, there's the Stun. There's the Blink Call. And she is just going to die. Meanwhile, the Golem just punches away at this tower, so they should be able to easily claim it. And that ends up being, I believe, a 5-0, given that the Jug and the Wood and the Death Prophet eventually were caught out. So now they're just going to continue to push. This Lifestealer feels very, very strong. He's got his Desolator coming out. It's the net worth leader by 2k. And the Sniper is also, yeah, they've got 3 of the top 4. And even the Warlock is doing almost full the Tide, and that's with the Midas purchase. It's only going to get accelerated. Deso's now delivered. Oh, we've got a Blink Call. Cuts out the Ogre. There's the Epicenter. So the Ogre's going to go down. Didn't catch the Death Prophet, but I don't know what she's going to do. Oh, Kyra just comes in and just shreds her. The Tide's already chipped down. Just has a Basti Blink Dagger. No defensive teamfight items. Nothing to do there. It ends up being a 3-0. And they didn't need Golem. They did use the Epicenter, but honestly it was just a bit of overkill on that Ogre. And that's another 1,400 gold swing. Yeah? Okay. Could you get some chips or something snacky? Like some popcorn or something? Just something like that. Thanks. Alright, sorry about that. Wife was just running to the store and just asked me very nicely if I needed anything, so I requested some snacks. Yeah, it looks like the Radiant have backed off. They've, have a dominating 13k lead. 19-6 in the kill score. Key items are coming out across the board. We have a Midas on the support Warlock. He's working on a mechanism. Tide Hunter is not approaching a mech. He opted for the Blink first, and I think that's really hurt them. Just because the mech may have been able to turn some of these team fights around, but honestly, if anything can keep the Death Prophet alive, she's going for heals at this point, but man, she just needs some HP. She don't know with 1,000 HP. She even opted for the spell amp, so the magic resist, and she's just dying. Like every fight, she's just dying. And Kyrie just runs in there, just shreds out Mama Bird on the Witch Doctor. Shrapnel's there to dissuade anyone from doing anything else, and now they're just going to push this tier 2. Cellulon's going to have to spin away, terrified for his life, as he should be. Those are large life stealers coming at him. And just the difference in combat potential. You've got this Jug's not badly farmed at all. He's got his Manticile, he's got 1k gold in the bank, full wand, Aquila. But this Lifestealer with the Desolator Armlet Echo Armlet Midas just does so much damage if he gets on top of you in the period of rage. Oh, it looks like he's going in on this Tide. Look at that. Ooh. Oh, and the Tide manages to live with 50 HP. Oh, and the fight goes on. We get a nice 2-man call. The Witch Doctor ult comes out, but that's canceled out by the Golem, and everyone just melts away. There's a buyback on the Jug. Got caught by that call and then taken out. But I'm not sure what the Jug can really do against all these heroes. He has an Omni Slash. He's going to go in on Golgi. Oh, there's the Ravage. Catches out the Lifestealer without his rage. He's trying to armlet toggle through this. There's the Blink Epi and another call to come back in, clean up the Ogre. And the Jug is sitting here trying to play, gets the heal ward taken out, and he is also doing it. That's a dieback on the Jug. Death Prophet's up with their Expos, and they are already calling GG. Well played by Celion, and I don't see any mistake calls, and it looks like they've called this. I don't blame them, it's a 20k gold lead, but man, that was a quick game, 23 minutes, and it escalated quickly. And that was game 1 of this AD2L series match. I'm gonna try to get back in the lobby. Real quick. Yeah, and I don't know what else to say about that game. I thought the draft of... I like the draft better out of Radiance Gaming overall, just because I'm not a big believer trying to fight around Death Prophet and Tide. But Death Prophet just never got any items. She had Phase Boots, Windlace, Bottle, Null for like the whole game. And so she was so squishy they could never get any value out of the Exorcism. She committed to it twice when she just died. Okay. Looks like that was no longer the lobby. I don't want to be the lobby host. So... Nope, that's not it. Okay. This is the right lobby, I guess. I'm not sure why they left. Probably just somebody in the party accidentally hit the leave lobby button. So, and so now we have Radiance Gaming with the full squad. Nameless Noob steps in for Wivrix, who did really well on his axe. You know, got run down in lane. Got first blooded by the supports, finding him jungling low HP. But that's just something that happens to you as an axe sometimes, especially when your team doesn't commit a ward to protect you. And then after that, it just kind of snowballed out well for him. Got his blink up. Once he had that blink blade mail, he just found good calls after good calls, often in conjunction with blink stun, Sand King stuns, and just ended up, they shredded him. Not much else to say, just a butt whooping. You just can't lose mid that hard, especially with the Death Prophet, who you really need some items to stay alive. Like, all Death Prophet wants to do is stay alive so she can Soul Siphon, so her Ghost can still do damage, and wasn't able to do that. So it seems like we're just waiting for Nameless to get back to the keyboard. We'll get going when we get going. I'm just waiting like you guys are. And odds are no one's sitting around watching. Okay, Grouty says they're ready. Hopefully everybody's ready. And here we're going into game 2. Foolish Samurai versus Radiance Gaming. Game 1 was a fairly one-sided game. After about the 10-15 minute mark, snowballed out of control for Foolish Samurai. I'd like for them to draft some... Their lanes are decently strong, but need to really secure a better mid lane matchup. Sniper vs DP unfortunately did not work out for them. And that really snowballed, especially with their 5-man group up concept around their big 2 teamfight ults. When you do that and then you lose all those team fights you're trying to start, it makes the game hard. We see Abaddon Ricky banned out instead of Magnus Ricky. And we probably see an Ember Invoker bans again.
Seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time. Dire team pick.
Alright, and it looks like they switched up the bans. They banned Abaddon instead of Magnus, and I guess that's because they planned on first picking the Magnus. So they first picked the Magnus, setting themselves up for what I imagine will be an offlane Magnus, is where we typically see him in the past few months. And then you just combo up with the nice physical melee carry. Juggernaut's classic. Juggernaut, Troll, Ursa,
Silencer.
all these ones pick. And the Foolish Samurai come out with the Silencer themselves. First phase Silencer. Doesn't really help against Magnus too much, though it does help in that once you see the RP come out, if you can get the global off, perhaps for a follow-up.
The Undying.
They go for Undying. Interesting.
Radiant team pick.
Undying's kind of a niche support. I think he's seen more play recently. I still don't like him overall. He is a 4 who doesn't farm, but he's a lane winner, but he also wants to team fight. I don't think he's really that great of a fit for this patch, because he can't utilize the fact that there's all these jungle creeps who are work less, so he can't really utilize the jungle. He's a good lane winner though, certainly, so if you use him to apply pressure in the lanes, and then once he has levels in Soul Rip and Tombstone, he can definitely create some heals for his team. Soul Rip's actually underrated as a heal. It heals for 500 at max, I believe, at level 4. It can do a lot of work, especially in the earlier team fights. So, and the Radiance Gaming goes back for the Warlock. I imagine Golgi will pick that up again. Though again, they had AG playing a support Sand King, so Nameless and Golgi typically play their support. So, you know, we'll see how they shift things up. They ban out a Pugna. Why did they ban a Pugna?
Radiant team ban.
Okay, they ban out Jug, they ban out Lifestealer, 2 carries that can work well with the Magnus. Melee carries who utilize that Empower bonus damage and cleave. Pugna, I don't understand. And then they flip with the Slark ban. So maybe they want some heroes that... Slark's just somebody who can kind of solo carry the game if you give him a space. Pugna really punishes int cores or cores who use a lot of mana. So maybe they're looking for a Storm Spirit this game, or an OD, some sort of hero that can really needs to cast his spells.
5 seconds.
Could also be they're just looking to avoid a push strat, and Pugna fits right into those.
Reserve time.
So we'll see what direction Hoover Samurai take the. Okay, they pick up a Disruptor, so Undying Disruptor are going to be their supports in all odds. I guess you could play the Undying. They pick up the Troll. Troll did recently get nerfed in a patch just today, but it was just his agi gain growth. So Empowers, great spell, works really well with Troll. So I imagine he will still be very, very effective. And he's quite good against the Tombstone, given that he can give his team global attack speed to get the attacks out to hit the Undying's Tombstone. What is it, guys?
5 seconds remaining.
My dog's squirming right now underneath my feet, so we give him some pets.
Reserve time.
Medusa.
Radiant team pick.
They pick up a Dusa. Interesting. So the Troll's picked up
10
now.
seconds remaining.
They end up electing for the Dusa after using up most of their reserve time.
5
Now you can
seconds
kind of get a
remaining.
response. Dusa can be run safe or mid. I like her better as a mid right now, but you can really run her
Reserve
every
time.
place. Troll's pretty good against Dusa. He excels at one-on-one man fights, so he can just shred her down. Downside is that Stone Gaze is pretty effective against him, and he can be very well easily kited once she has a Scotty and potentially even a Hurricane Pike to help kite him. So it's not the best for Medusa, but it's not the worst. Especially when you've got the team fight of a Silencer ult plus Tombstone and Disruptor ult. They do have a lot of team fight around this Dusa, who brings her on with Stone Gaze, and then obviously she just sits there and split shots everybody and does a massive amounts of damage when she has items. Not quite sure which direction they'll go into those, though. I think picking up, say, like an OD might be advisable. You could also just mid the Troll, play an AM. I wouldn't be surprised if Kairai wanted to do that. He's a big fan of playing AM all the time. We will just see what direction they go. Okay.
Dire team ban.
Okay, they pick up the Ursa themselves. I'm not sure about that Ursa. Also very good against the Undying Tombstone.
10
Another natural
seconds
BKB
remaining.
builder, but not sure about it.
5 seconds remaining.
I guess the Troll is going to mid, but the Ursa could also mid. We'll see.
Reserve time.
I'm curious to see what the last bans are, because I'm not sure where the
seconds
Ursa and the
remaining.
Troll are going. Other than that, they are going mid and safe in some manner. Excuse
Radiant
me.
team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time. Radiant team pick. Dire team pick.
And they pick up a Spirit Breaker after banning out the Tide and a Lion ban out. So Spirit Breaker, very aggressive. 3 melee core, 4 melee heroes to 1 ranged against the Medusa. Doesn't seem ideal.
10 seconds remaining.
They're all in your face heroes, really, except for Magnus. So this definitely could work.
Remaining.
Oh, I like that. Bat Rider. He's an offlaner that should be able to pressure either the Troll or the Ursa. Do some serious damage, but we will see. Celion, who played safe lane carry last time, Jug. So it looks like it's actually going to be a Bat mid. Growdy was their mid last time. He'll be playing the Troll Warlord against the Bat. And looks like we'll have AG on the offlane Magnus, and then Golgi will not take the Warlock again. Name will still take it, and Golgi gets to play Spirit Breaker and have some fun. So, out of these drafts, I do not like going single core against a Magnus lineup. I just don't like it. And they don't have a ton of that. Like Silencer versus... Actually, yeah, that's right. I was just thinking about it. I was thinking the Silencers support Undying offlane, but I wonder if the Bat Rider is offlane and they're running a mid-Silencer. We'll see. We'll see.
Prepare for battle.
So we've got Bat Rider. Okay, I officially don't know who's going mid and who's going offlane. I'm quite confused. I think we might be running dual lanes here, because it looks like Undying is set up to lane as well. He's got a Stout shield. No more Venom. Going with the Stout instead for superior tank. Silencer's also bought. He's queued up there. It looks like Skeleton is Skelemelon. He's going to be playing a mid Bat Rider because he's already gone for the sticky.
30 seconds.
So I think it's a mid Bat Rider and then like a dual lane Undying Silencer, which sounds like an awful dual lane to deal with. Growdy is going to go mid on the Troll. He's got the Pool Tango Rig Man start. Going to get a Poor Man's Shield sent out to him. HE's just set himself up to last hit. Doesn't bring much regen. Just sets up a ward to protect his jungle, protect wraparounds, and everyone's just going to be happy to collect their bounty
The
earns.
battle begins.
Yep, it is a mid-bat. No stick for Growdy. I think they might have misread the situation. He needs a stick sent out to him immediately. He's getting a salve set, but if he doesn't have a stick, that's going to be a problem. The sticky spam is very real. Yeah, with 5 sticks. Oh, man. Playing against a bat is no fun. So far, last hit it's not great for either. But if they keep this up, 7 stacks on this Troll. If he doesn't let it get off, it's bad. 8. Even a single right click will do so much damage. I'm surprised Skeleton's not trading with him now. Oh, he's hit level 2 Firefly. That's 9 stacks. 10. He's going to dive and get a first blood here. I think Growdy's just going to feed. Oh, the first hit bash, but it doesn't matter. Skeleton easily gets that first blood. Does get the return kill out, but well worth it to get solo XP. Finishes up his bottle. Has enough money for boots and a TP after this. And Growdy does have a stick now, but stick won't help you if you let... In no circumstance do you let yourself get 9 stacks of that. I'm guessing he probably just hasn't played this matchup in a while, and he's not comfortable with it. Meanwhile, and yeah, no, there's no other kill. So that was the interesting lane. Otherwise, Magnus is getting punched, but he's getting creep wave here. He's getting just fine. He's actually last hitting quite well. Meanwhile, down bot, we've got kind of it's like a melee combat here. Silencer doesn't have any last hits, and Undying is 1. So Kairai on this Ursa is doing quite well in this lane. He's got 6 last hits, and they're not. This dual lane just doesn't seem to be doing a whole ton. The idea with this is this sort of lane is you spam out Kairai with these decay stacks and prevent him from farming. So far, they have not done that. Meanwhile, mid. Oh, we've got a charge on the mid. The Bat Rider is sitting. He's in trouble now. Oh, the bash gets slowed up, but I don't know if they can get him. He cuts over the trees a little bit. He's trying to head to the regen rune, jukes them out a little bit, but Full G-App will easily pick up the regen rune, get himself to healthy, and deny it out to the Bat Rider, which is a pretty big deal. Still. Grouty's sitting there. He's got 3 stick charges. Needs to be a little careful. Firefly's on cooldown for another 9 seconds, but should be up soon. And there's another charge. Looks like it's getting bot charged right now. The Undying's coming in. He has 1 point of Tombstone, but you really don't want to use a level 1 Tombstone. And Kairai knows this is coming. They knows the charge is coming in. Wants to kill. Senses blood. Just slow out of the silencer. Oh, the bash. And he ends up putting the Tombstone down, but that's an easy 100 gold for Kairai to just gobble up with his overpower attacks, and they can just back up. This is not a big deal. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, this time again, it looks like Grouty gets dived. I don't know how many times he got sticky napalm, but it was probably a lot. He did use his stick, but it wasn't enough, and he just dies. And it looks like the Bat Rider paid for his life, but again, he gets the kill first. This troll is not having a good time. Neither's really last hitting much at all, but they just keep murdering each other. And Firefly back up. And Sticky. Grouty needs to be very careful. Meanwhile, the top leader of the CS is the Medusa, who's having quite a good time against the Magnus. But by keeping this lane so pushed, the Magnus is getting all the XP he wants. Disruptor's not really doing a good job of chain pulling right now. He's only level 3. So, all in all, seems to be going pretty well for Radiant, considering that their mid has died twice to solo Bat. Though again, the Bat paid with his life. Now Grouty moves forward aggressively. When he's got 3 stacks on him, he's going to have 5. He gets hit by that, and Grouty's going to go down again. Just not respecting the power of this Bat, who's just melting him. And that leaves the Bat, he's only got 14 last hits, but he's got 3 kills. He just moved forward with his whirling axes. Like, who cares? The Bat doesn't care if he misses you. Like, yeah, it's annoying to have that mischance, but Firefly will just melt you. 30 damage per second's no joke. Oh no, and he's got the Invisrune with the lasso up. Definitely can make some plays with this. You know, but Magnus is TPing back top. Looks like he got pushed out of lane. Otherwise, it's fine. Spearbreaker's looking to be setting up for a charge, maybe a bounty rune steal. But yeah, he's got 4 stacks of napalm on him again. Oh, Grouty might die here. Yeah, Grouty's gonna die here. Oh my goodness. He popped the Invisrune, didn't get anything of it. Now Golgi could be in trouble potentially. No, he doesn't have last word. If he had last word, he might have been able to kill him there. No, the magic resistance would have been enough. Still, this Grouty just does not respecting this napalm. Yeah, with the Spearbreaker coming in, he does get the kill there, but just by posturing that, you just keep dying. And the thing is that this is especially bad because he'd already used his TP because he died just 50 seconds earlier. Now his TP's still on cooldown, so Skelemelon is still going to get some free time in the lane. Oh, on the bright side though, this offlane is doing nothing for the Dire right now. They're not getting any last hits out of this Undying. They're not getting anything out of the Silencer. They're just soaking up some XP as the dual lane. They're getting charged now. Growdy, are you... Oh, you got 4 stacks on you. You got 5. Oh, lasso's up. He's going to lasso back. There's the Firefly. There's 6. Even with the stick charges, it just doesn't matter. You just die. Meanwhile, down bot, the charge... It looks like the charge came out onto the silencer, and he was brought down. So... This offlane is just being a disaster. It's like the mid's kind of a disaster right now. Batrider is really pushing this tower. I don't think Growdy... he's dead for a while. He does have a TP off cooldown in just a few seconds, so he will be able to do that. But man... And Batrider's heading back. Interesting. Oh, he has his blink. Okay, so he picks up his blink now. 7-minute blink. Seems good. He's already got 5 kills to his name. Most of them to Growdy. Yeah, he's killed Growdy 5 times. And he's going to TP bot and looks to do something to this Ursa. Oh, here's the blink lasso. Oh, there's the tombstone. He doesn't even need to commit the lasso. Just blinks in and just melts him with the Firefly plus the sticky napalm. Tombstone providing just enough slow. And Kairai marks the time. And I know what he's thinking. He's like, the bat has a 7-minute blink? And the answer is, yeah, he killed your mid 5 times. Like that's gonna happen. There's a DD down bot, though. Looks like the Warlock's gonna snatch that up. Well, at least Growdy got a little bit of hard low and CS time there. Well, he's busy killing the teddy bear. The charge is coming in. He's got the silencer, but nothing's gonna happen there. Meanwhile, this Dusa and this Magnus have just been trading farm. Magnus is now up to 31 last hits. It's doing quite well, even with the fast blink and even with all these kills mid. The overall game is still pretty even, which when you're running bat mid, I don't know if that's what you want. I think you want to be killing people with lasso and then taking towers. It just comes out of this offlane. It's just pretty disastrous at this point. Oh, this Undying could be in trouble. Oh, there's no Orb of Venom on the Urza. Nor does he have that many points in Earthshock, so slow's not going to really be effective for him. Up top, this Magnus already got his Arcanes. Doing pretty well for himself. Deuce is going for a straight Dragonlance build. Phase Aki Dragonlance. Not really what I've seen on Deuces recently. A lot of Maelstroms, a lot of Midases. But hey, I can respect Dragonlance. It's a good item on her. Especially against Ursa, you really want the 4-staff, I think. Same with Troll. Looks like we're having a Troll that's shrining up while the Warlock's there. And Silencer sees it, and Silencer is just going to get ripped to shreds. He's slowed down. There's the TP up. Oh, back gets the lasso. Oh, and the TP comes out in time. The Bat Lasso is not going to get a kill, but it does, I believe, save the Silencer from certain death as the TP gets out, because I really think the Troll, once he popped his ult like that, was going to be able to get the kill. Or a bash, which will then lead to a kill for certain. Still gets the Silencer out. Silencer is still very low level, only level 4. They really need his ult to come out, and they really need Disruptor's ult to come out. Their under supports are very underleveled. Troll's left to just doing some ancient stacks. He's just too scared to lane. Bat's there with the blink. Oh, Bat has a haste rune. This is murderous. They're pinging it out. Spiritbreaker saw him grab it, so they know there's a haste rune out in the field and that, so they're going to have to play incredibly cautious. Today's proved he's committed it already. Oh, and there's a nice triple stack here. Oh, man, if they'd scouted this out, the Bat could have just come in with the haste rune and really done some work on it. And it looks like they're setting up for a backstab charge, but yeah. So this whole game feels like a weird state in that Bat's gotten so many kills, but I feel like he just needs to keep up this tempo with this blink deck, or they need to keep looking for action. When you commit to a Bat mid, oh, this Spiritbreaker should be dead. This is charge up. His charge is up, but he didn't find a particular target in time. Oh, and now he sees the stack. He doesn't have enough Firefly duration to do it, I don't think. Or does he? Yeah, I think they can, actually. There's the Fireflies down. They get stunned out, but he has Sticky. He has a little Flame Break, so I think they're going to take the stack, yeah. They're going to take most of the creeps. That's a pretty big hit to the economy of the Troll or whoever you were going to give him power to do that stack with. Picks up the 5 armor. 4 armor for
Dire's
bat.
middle
Seems like a
tower is
good
under
good
attack.
choice. So yeah, there's a charge now onto the Undying. Looks like they might try to make something work. Where is our Ursa? He has been empowered. Looks like he went top and he got empowered, so he's going to go do Roche. They don't have any vision and they smoked in anyways. And I don't think they're scouting it since they have down here. Oh, the Batrider's running after with the haster and he's running at Golgi. Just hitting him down. Oh, the charge right onto the bat's not going to do anything. The Troll's coming in. Oh my goodness, though. He walks right into the Tombstone. The lasso's, I think, off cooldown. He doesn't have enough mana for it. Oh, the bat does... Oh no, the bat blinked away. He blinked away. Oh, there's the Golem coming out from behind from Nameless Noob, but I don't think it's going to do anything. The Tombstone's down to slow everyone down. He's going to walk away.
Has fallen to the Radiant.
Silencer walks right under the tower. He's taking a lot of damage. Okay, the Soul Rip heals him up. He'll be fine. But in the meantime of all this chaos going on, Warlock uncommitted for nothing. Deuce is farming away top, and we have our Ursa finished to grab the Aegis. And he's close to his Blink as well. Once he has Blink, it's really definitely go time for the Radiance Gaming. They have our P. Magnus Blink isn't quite up yet, but I don't think you need Magnus Blink necessarily right away to start making plays.
And sweet.
They're shrining up 4 heroes. They do have the lasso left. Tombstone will be on cooldown in 15. So they're just trying to look like make space for Dusa to get so fat that they can just win this game. Definitely looks like they're trying to make a play down bot, though. Still, they're all showing, so Radiance Gaming's hiding in their tower. Troll's just farming away, and looks like Ursa just picked up his own Blink. We'll see if they try to contest this aggressively. Oh, we got a lasso onto the Troll. He's getting shredded down. Oh, the Disruptor ulti there. Catches out the Ursa. He's caught in the Knife Field. The Troll is eventually burned out. Ursa's in trouble. He gets the Rage off in the Silence there. The charge is onto the Undying, and the Silencer takes him out. And it looks like it's a 3-for-1 at this point, because the Ursa had his ult up and was able to avoid that. And the Ursa does run down the bat with the Batrider. And with that, it ends up being a 4-for-1. Because, yeah, 4-for-1. Pretty big gold swing for Radiance getting at that 1k gold. Medusa even TP down here, and she could be in trouble here. She's getting charged. She does have her Stone Gaze ult. She needs to pop it immediately. There's the Stone Gaze ult. Gets pulled back into the RP. Oh, man. Turns out to be a disaster. Kairai has an Aegis, and he has his Blink off cooldown in just a few seconds. Could still go after the Dusa. He does. He's going to collect himself this nice, juicy Disruptor instead, because Dusa is walking away. Meanwhile, Troll is respawned and is just taking mid pretty casually there. Working on his Mask of Madness. Not a huge fan of it, Troll, but it's good farming out of him anyways. Zeus Ares on the Undying. Throws down a Tombstone, but all it's going to have is the Tombstone's going to be shredded down. And he's going to be slowly whittled down too. So it's turning into a really bad chain feed. There's the Deuce of Stone Gaze. Stone Gaze is up the Magnus. Magnus is going to die. There's no tail. Oh, and Kyra walked back in. He blinked out, then ran back in. I think he was debating whether he wanted to fight it again, because he did have the Aegis, but he's just wasting the Aegis at that point, I fear.
Dire's top tower is under
Now they're going to shrine up as 3. Perhaps go to re-engage. They don't have Golem. Oh, they do have Golem. Okay, so Nails has his Golem up. So he's gone for a more traditional Shadow Word max build. Doesn't have those high points and Fatal Bonds, but shouldn't need it. The Golem's done itself quite good. So here we have Ursa just kind of aggressively pushing. His team's actually not behind him, but I don't think they know that. So he does have the Aegis, so they don't want to overcommit for it. Silencer throws a few spells on him, so he's out. Now Silencer's finally got his ult. It's a big deal. Ursa's finished Mask of Madness. Troll's gonna have Mask of Madness. Yeah. Ursa's finished Mask of Madness. Troll's gonna have his Mask of Madness very soon. Oh, and it looks like Kairai went in. Yeah, Kairai just stood around aggressively with the Aegis. His Blink's gonna be cancelled up, though. He does ult, is going to take out the Undying, but the Tombstone's still going, but his team has arrived for backup. They aren't able to burst anyone down. There's just not enough control here, and Mask of Madness now done on the Troll. They're charging out the Bat. Bat's in trouble. Does blink away. I think it's going to be enough. Magnus come back, skewer back, and he is just shredded down. And again, this game is just snowballing out of control here. You have this very five-man, you have this pick-off sort of lineup. Batroid gets pick-offs, and they play for kills, and it was working for them. And then that fight in the jungle just turned a little disastrous when Radiance Gaming came in and just out-team fought them. When they don't even necessarily have the tools to. Oh, there's the buyback. They get the RP on the silencer. There's the golem. There's the stun up. Silencer's gone. There's no global coming out. He isn't buyback. There's a buyback on the bat. They're continuing to fight. Apologies for the dog. And they're committing for this tier 4. This is dangerous. Bat comes in with a... Oh no! He tries to lasso somebody. Was his lasso on cooldown? Yeah, his lasso is cooldown. He just blink aggro and just dies. It's cleaved up. Ursa's very deep. I think he's going to die to the tower hits. And yeah, Kyrai just dives. He blinks forward aggressively, and they do defend their tier 3. But they did almost kill this tower. Only has 200 HP left. Wow. What a sequence. That actually cost them about 2k gold off their lead because they're so far ahead. And they just committed a lot, yeah. No, it cost them about 3k off their lead to die like that. And that's how you can throw going high ground. If they'd slow siege, but they just kept diving. It did cost the Radiance, the Dire, several buybacks though. So I think we're gonna get the game calmed down a little bit while we wait for Golem to come back up. Troll now has his Mask of Madness, but going straight BKB afterwards. He's just gonna keep farming up. I will be right back. Hey, do you need any help?
Dire's top tower has fallen.
Coin for me.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified.
Alright, so my apologies for missing that. Looks like I missed another another Grouty death on the Troll. Not quite sure the circumstances happened, but looks like they're grouping up to push. Golem is almost off cooldown, so it looks like they want to make a go with the go time there. Aegis was cleaned by Ursa again? No, he's got his Basher, he's got his Blink Dagger, he's quite farmed. So, I know this Ursa's pretty big. Man, this Magnus actually has more farm than the Troll. And that's just with his Blink. He's almost got his Shadow Blade up too. That's pretty big. Man, power Ursa though. Scary, scary teddy bear. Now, the real question is are they going to continue to try to farm? Or are they going to try to push this advantage while they have it? Because I think they might want to farm out until Roche is done. But we will see. Roshan may spawn in 1 second. Okay. Roshan. 1 minute, 30 seconds. Oh! And it looks like they used the aggressive vision. They caught out 2 with the charge. RP wasn't even committed, just Spearbreaker charge. And this Dire Courier, the long chase for it. They've got to blink in a few seconds. Oh, he blinks wrong. Does he get the hit? And that's an ultimate orb coming to the Dusa. That's pretty big. Why is she getting a Lincoln's? Doesn't want to get charged, I guess. I don't think that really matters. Still, that's 2k gold they don't have, so they're already down 7k gold. They're actually effectively down 9k gold. And this Troll is just going to get to work on this tower. Ursa doesn't even care. Just blows up the tower. A little late on the ulti. Oh, Kyrai also pops his ulti. I think with that they will back, kind of take some shrines up, and go from there. And then right when they finish the shrine, Roche might be up. And Troll pops the Mask of Madness. They shred this. And Ursa comes back for a hit too, because why not? Troll's finishing up in BKB. Ursa's also looking at BKB now that his Basher's finished. Roche is actually up in 16 seconds, but they don't know that. They just thought it didn't come up. It's a fairly quick respawn. So they're heading bot shrine, and there's actually a tier 1 left too. So I think they're just going to take outer towers now. They feel like they're in control of the game, because they are. Especially with how their lineup kind of peaks earlier. And this Dusa's 2k net worth gold down. And not only that, like, she just isn't online yet. She's not tanky yet. Even when she has the Lincolns done, she's just not going to be tanky. And without being tanky and having a damage item, Deuce just doesn't do a ton other than have a Stone Gaze.
Double damage.
And they're pinging out top. Oh, we've got a lasso. Lasso's on to the Troll. Growdy again caught out of position, pushing solo while the rest of his team was just not there. There's the global silence on the silencer, on the charge of the the Spirit Breaker, and the Spirit Breaker is also extremely melted. They do crypt the Disruptor ult, and they also commit the Stone Gaze for that. So I don't know if they necessarily want to fight this. Oh, Ursa goes in, just shreds the Disruptor. Ursa feels very strong. His ult is on cooldown now. He's used his Mask of Madness. They solo RP the Medusa, and there's the Golem. AG ends up on the cliff, but I don't think this really matters. The slows come out, no one can move. This Medusa just doesn't hit very hard. The Golem's just beating her to death. And Kyrai's gonna be able to walk away with his DD, but so is the Medusa still. Ends up being a 2-for-2 exchange. And they traded ult, big ult cooldowns. Oh, Ursa finds another pick. The superior vision here enables to find the silencer moving too far forward. And AG has the Shadow Blade now, has the Blink Skewer. This Deuces seems to be running to suicide. I think they might have just given up on this game as well. Because that Deuce just walked to farm a creep wave when there's no way he doesn't remember that there's heroes there. So I think that we could have another quick GG call, unfortunately. Now 10k net worth, not quite as severe as it was last game. Mostly because the Growdy is just not having a good time mid a Troll. Roche is up. They're going to find that soon. Yeah. Roche is up. Ursa's going to claim that. Has a full BKB if he wants to buy it. Probably will. Yep, BKB coming out for Ursa. Once he has BKB, there's really no way to deal with him. Other than perhaps kite him perfectly with a Stone Gaze. Once his BKB's out, it's just no. And Ursa also picks up cheese. Probably should have that instead of stick queued up. And this is probably going to be the high ground attempt. Just take mid-racks and go from there. Dusa does finally have her Lincolns, but that doesn't really change anything. Still no damage items, just the Dragon Lance, which is an okay general stat item, but not much else. There's a mech on the Undying. Blink travels on the Bat Rider, but travels doesn't really do anything for you. This Silencer has nothing, still trying to finish his 4-staff. Disruptor has a Glimmer Cape. They just don't have the tools right now. We've got 2 Shadow Blades on the Radiance Gaming. We have a Shadow Blade on the Magnus, Shadow Blade on the Spirit Breaker, Blinks on the Magnus and the Ursa. BKB is finished on Ursa and Aegis Cheese. And Growdy is getting close to his BKB as well. Though he's kind of been getting lassoed and killed out of effect. Looks like they're just trying to take this top tier 2 tower. Magnus is just sitting there in between them, setting up if anything happens, but I think they're just going to defend high ground. No reason to be anywhere else. Deuce is attempting to split right now. He's getting an item delivered, getting 2 TPs delivered, not an item. So her item progression stalled out, even though she's farming quite well, like second net worth timing. Just the nature of the hero. When an Ursa has 13k network, you're scared. When at this point in the game, when Medusa has 10k net worth, even if she had 13, it wouldn't be that scary. I mean, she'd have what, Maelstrom? In addition to what she have, that item doesn't change things.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Oh, looks like Kyrai's going in, pops his BKB, but completely misses out. Oh, and there's the global silence. There's the lasso in, but he's popped his BKB, so he's not doing any damage. He pops his ult and keeps running. There's a charge into the Undying. Glimmer Cape kites him out. Oh, Bat Rider might have gotten too close. They're just absolutely fountain diving him. There's the RP, but it's only onto 1, and the Stone Gaze has kind of separated them out. But Ursa has dived so far and only picked up a silencer in response. Oh, there's the Warlock Golem. There's the Fatal Bonds. That's going to melt most of the team. Yeah. And That's now 3 for none, and GG is called again. And that was a relatively quick 2-game series. So, GG. GG to both teams, Radiance Gaming and Foolish Samurai. Thank you for letting me have cast this. You can follow me at Fafnir Dota, or you can message me at Fafnir if you have some games you'd like for me to cast. Usually people, when we get a few peeps who follow me on Twitch, will watch this. Thank you for watching. I know Jordan Hanson is in there. I haven't seen anyone else. And yeah, I had a good time. Now I'm going to go grab some snacks and take care of my puppers. So have a good night.